Something's Brewing takes us to Branford. Caius Farm Brewery is coming soon. The owner is brewing up German and sour beers. Now, if you're not a fan of sours, you might be after you try his. Caius Murgy joining us now with Caius Farm Brewery. So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. Glad you could make it out here.
Absolutely. So I've been following you for quite some time on social media.
Yeah.
Before we talk about this beautiful piece of land that you've bought here in Branford, you have to tell us a little bit about your background, because we were talking earlier and people need to know this.
I went to Middlebury College in Vermont for undergrad. I studied classics. Then I got accepted for my master's at Oxford and did classical archaeology, where I did Roman coinage and sculpture.
Wow.
But my senior year of Middlebury is when my friend brought me to Hill Farmstead, tried a sip of sour beer, and then I immediately fell in love with beer. Very quickly became like home brewing in our little apartment at school together, and then I decided after my master's to go to brew school. Brewing beer is truly where I found like my passion and direction.
That's great. So obviously nothing's here right now.
Yeah.
Any idea when you think you might start construction, and really what's your vision for this piece of land?
Yeah, so the goal is to start at the end of September, hopefully. More likely at the beginning of October is when construction will start. So soon, yeah. We're applying for permits now.
Great.
So the design of the building, I'm going for like classically inspired, so Roman basilica almost. So it's going to look very clean and kind of like a modern farmhouse. And then inside it's going to be very clean and industrial. So there's going to be some of the exposed steel, natural wood tables, and countertop for the bar. And then there'll be a small beer garden in the back. So I wanted to have like ivy growing up the fences and just make it a really cozy place for people to hang out.
So let's dive into these beers. The first you have a lot for us.
Yeah,
for
there's
not
5.
having a building, right?
Yeah.
So the first is a wheat sour.
Yeah, it's called Seneca the Younger. It's named after the Roman philosopher Seneca. And yeah, it's our house wheat sour. The goal of that beer is to be used as a base for all the fruited beers. It's a very clean, easy drinking beer. It's 75% malted wheat, and then the other 25% is just Pilsner malt.
Great. Second is your house sour.
So that is Marcus, named after Marcus Aurelius. I chose him as the house sour because I wrote my undergrad thesis on him. That is just, use some different specialty malts in there, and again, just the house mixed culture, just to have a really clean, easy drinking sour beer.
Great. Third is a citrus farmhouse ale.
Yes, that one has been a work in progress since I first started home brewing, and I ferment it with a blend of wild yeast called Brettanomyces, and then I condition it with lactobacillus and blood orange zest.
And last but not least, you have a honey sour.
That one is a very interesting beer.
I've never heard about this before.
Yeah, I started off the base with just some of my favorite pale base malts and some flaked oats, since I love the mouthfeel that oats give. And then as I was trying it while it was conditioning, I said this would be amazing with some local honey. So I mixed in some honey and then let that continue fermenting, and it creates this really delicate floral character in the beer.
So Caius, I know a lot has been delayed because of COVID.
Yes.
Any idea when you think things will be finished and you'll be opening?
The goal is March 1st, but probably sometime in March of 2022, we hope to have our doors open and have people in and enjoying our beer.
All right, well good, I'm excited for you. Thanks so much for having us. We'll be back when you open.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming out today and trying the beer.
Yeah, all right, well cheers. Something's Brewing here in Branford.